So in today's video, we're gonna talk about how you get amped for a webinar. So I just scared the out of my camera guy. He didn't know I was gonna do that. But today's question comes from Nick Ortiz. How do you get amped for a webinar? So quick thing, for anybody that doesn't know what a webinar is, it's an online presentation that you do to sell your services. One thing I would have to say about this is if you're not amped for your webinar automatically, then your webinar probably sucks. I mean, bottom line, right? If you get on your webinar and you're like, oh man, I just can't get excited for this, that means your webinar probably blows, man. It blows because you can't possibly have a good webinar if you're not excited about it. That's when I know my webinar is good. When I'm like, man, this is amazing. I can't wait to do this. This is gonna be insane. Oh, this is perfect. If I don't feel like that, then that webinar ain't ready to go. So the question you really need to ask yourself is not how do you get amped for a webinar? It's why aren't you amped for your webinar? Because if your webinar is good, if you have put the passion into it and you feel good about it and you feel confident about it, you should automatically be amped, right? There's no other option. That's the thing you have to realize is that this is a craft. It is the most important thing you do. It's the one sales tool I've used to generate over $4 million in revenue for my company is a webinar. Okay, that's how I make money, webinars. That's my #1 sales tool. That is where I put the most of my effort into getting good at. If you're a sniper, right? If you're a US military sniper, and you do train, of course you do some hand-to-hand combat, but I would imagine that you put the most of your effort into shooting a sniper rifle, because you're a freaking sniper. It's not like you're gonna be like, oh, let me learn how to do kung fu so that I can randomly throw my sniper rifle down and chop suey people. Like, no, you're going to focus on your freaking sniper rifle. When you're learning to do webinars and you're trying to build your business with a webinar, that is where all of your, the majority of your focus should be, is getting good at that skill. And when you get good at something, you're excited about it, you're amped. It's kind of like if you're a guitar player, you're like, oh man, this is a great song, this is amazing, this is the best song you've ever written. You get on stage, you play it, and you're like, oh, yeah man, rock and roll. But if you're like, oh, this song kind of sucks, it's not really my best song, are you gonna get on stage and be like, yeah? No, you're gonna be like, oh, this is not that good. Same thing with a webinar, brother. You got to make it good. If it ain't good, then you are not gonna be amped. And if you're not amped, you need to look at your webinar, all right? So forget about how to get amped. That's irrelevant. It's, are you amped? Are you amped? Have you snapped into a Slim Jim? Oh yeah! Because if you haven't, then you need to go back to those slides and you need to do some more work. I hope this answers your question. Peace. I hope you enjoyed this video. Listen, if you want me to answer your question, all you have to do is subscribe. If you are a subscriber and you ask a good question that I think people would benefit from, I will answer your question. But you must be a subscriber, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.